So let's get it on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stew. Let's get it on. I'm just changing the title and the category of our little stream. There, finished. Let me check everything out. But you can get a nice view of the stew in the meantime. Today we had a pretty big issue. The cooker stopped for, I think, what was it, 5 hours. You can get a good look at the stew. There you go. Let me just check something out in the meantime. So I'm already checking, we'll be with you in a minute. So let's get it on. Today it will be a quick session, okay? We're going to have one of the quicker sessions today because there's not much I'm going to do. This stew tastes good. We have a nice flavor. I'm just getting myself another bowl for the evening. My kitchen is catastrophic because I got the fridge today and there's so much stuff behind the old fridge, and now I gotta clean everything up, and it came a bit late and so on and and now I have to do a lot of work. That's why today we will be not doing a lot of stuff. Just gonna be a shorter, more relaxed ingredient drop. Because I want to do an experiment, mostly. Well, now that I took that bowl out, I kind of feel like, there we go. I feel like there's not much left in the pot, but we can add tomorrow. Congrats on the new fridge. Thank you, man. Thank you. And I was so in stress and hurried buying ingredients and everything today on the way home, and then doing the work and everything that I again forgot the sponges. Such is life. So I had way too little space here. Way too little. I'm gonna try. I'm so looking forward to the fridge again today. There we go. I'm gonna put it all up in there. This. Everything looks catastrophic today. I know. Please excuse it. There, everywhere is still some little something lying around because I'm cleaning up stuff. There. I was really nervous about the temperature drop today. That was really... it had stopped working for like 5 hours or something. And so today I went on a pilgrimage of information to find out about the right temperatures and times and everything. Because it's not just temperature, it's also time. Like 1 minute at 100 degrees or 20 minutes at 90 degrees or 60 minutes at 80 degrees and so on. Those are the wrong times, I'm just telling you. And I found out, like the coldest we got was I think 51 degrees Celsius. 50 to 60 degrees not good because some dangerous bacteria can grow very well at that range, but most die out. And we were only in that range for like 2 hours and then climbed up to the 80-90 degree again pretty fast. So there was absolutely no problem. About the chat, hey guys, let me give you a nice proper greeting. I hope all of you had a wonderful day. I hope all of you will have a nice and beautiful day, depending on where you live and what time it is where you live. Today I'm going to try something very simple. We're not going to do a lot of things. Going to use butter. I got myself some pickled onions. There you see, pickled onions. Not onions, pickles. He turns himself into a pickle. Yeah, that's a pickle. Interesting that pickled means something to do, and pickle is the thing. Because it's a cucumber, as far as I know or think. Let me see if the rest works or not. Yeah, nice. Today will be a bit of a lazy day. Day 20, insane. Today I just want to try something out. What do I want to try out? I read about chili, and so many people talked about minced meat, and the others said no, you can't use minced meat, that would be bad in a stew, and others said hey, no, of course use it, no, that works perfectly. So because our little wannabe chili looks nice, I decided that we would try out minced meat today for the Perpetual stew. It's so commonly pickled that they just started calling them that. Yeah. Well, such is life. There. We're going to try out minced meat today. And I'm going to add it into the stew. And then I'm going to be curious about how it tastes. That's what we're gonna do. Oh wow, the pan is really... I'm not sure about this week. I gotta decide today if I'm gonna make 2 videos per day like I did so far with the taste video. And well, 1 video taste report and 1 video the ingredient drop. Because by now I feel like I don't necessarily need all the feedback anymore from the taste report that I needed in the beginning, where I was really glad to read and talk for a few hours to all the people who were commenting to learn about the basics. And now I want to optimize a bit, maybe for content watching. And I'm not sure if doing 1 video wouldn't be better, but I have no clue. Because for the fans, it doesn't matter. For the fans, it's the same. The fans want to watch it, the fans want to hear it, that's cool, that's absolutely no problem. But people who see it new in the feed, like on TikTok or on YouTube, it's like, I'm not sure if they are interested in just the taste report or in just the ingredient drop. If it wouldn't be more interesting to hear how it tastes from yesterday and to see immediately and how do I adapt the taste today to make them a bit more curious. Well, the chat is quiet today, huh? Not much love. We get all the love. I know. The basket weavers are high in demand and in love for me. Oh, we get love everywhere. I just know the time isn't the best right now for all the drops that I'm doing. Also, didn't advertise it. Yeah, true, I gotta advertise it. I could do stories and posts about it, but like easy, everything at a time. For now, let's just enjoy having something good to eat, right? Yeah, I think it's just me, but my love for you is strong, Stu King. Yeah, come on. That's the attitude. That's, man, I feel you. Thank you very much. You are appreciated. So, I'm gonna use a nice chunk of butter. Man, I'm so glad to have a fridge again from today on. That will be such a game changer again, because now I can brine the food, I can do stuff. I had the issue that I could only buy it for a week or something. I could only buy the ingredients that I could use immediately. No packages for like 2 or 3 days. Nothing that could not survive outside of the fridge. Which is of course disgusting. Goodbye, old bread. There. Let's put that over too. There we go. Nice. Great. This is that. So, what are we gonna add today? Do we want white or red onion? What does the Commander Cowboy Panda Man say? What? Goodbye? Sweet soothing sounds of the old fridge. Yeah, goodbye. I won't miss them. After I'm finished cooking here, I've got to scrub everything clean in that corner where the old fridge was. And then we'll see how it goes. I didn't watch out properly, and the new fridge is a tiny bit smaller than the old one. But it looks cooler and nicer. And cleaner, way cleaner. But it still got that weird smell, you know? Yeah, like cleaning up of the dead body, yeah, kinda. It's disgusting. So, salt and pepper, right. That's all we're gonna need there. So, cowboy, hurry up, the butter is getting brown. What do? White or red onion? Just throw all the food in the stew. I can't throw all. Red or white? Give me an answer. Hurry. Red. Good choice. I wanted red too. I would have picked red anyway. Nah, I would have listened, but I'm glad you picked this. Very curious to see how this works out. Enjoy the flavor. Must be more healthy too, because it'll usually make my eyes water more. Well, it has got more color. And I've had more of the white onions for so long that I just kind of feel like, hey, cool to have the red ones, you know? Just more exotic right now. More interesting. Nice. There we go, there we go. Must be more healthy. There we go. There's this. Nice. There we go. What I don't like about the red onions is they feel like they're sliding away more. Like the white ones, they stay in shape and in position, while the red ones, they kind of move away from one another. They're way more glitchy. Not the English glitchy, the German glitchig. Like, wow, yeah, and they're stronger. Here, minced meat. I'm not sure, not completely, but I think it's a 80-20 mix. Like 80 beef and 20 pork. Or it's 50-50. I didn't ask, I didn't care, I gotta admit. It did not seem too important to me. No! A few of the onion pieces fell down. Lost to the kitchen. They're slippery, as my daughter would say. Yeah, slippery, that's the way. That's the word. Oh yeah, and did you hear me yesterday fuck up with the bones and Bohnen? The German word for beans is Bohne. And while I was talking on the video, I talked about the kidney beans and the black beans, and instead of beans, I talked the whole time about, well, the black bones and the kidney bones. Of course, the internet pointed it out. Of course, it did. Yeah, it was such a hilarious mix-up. Yeah. Nice that my humiliation is your joy. And I kind of mean it. As long as it put a bit of smile into the world. Oh my god, you know, it's not like anything serious happened. I hope that no one truly misunderstood. There we go. There we go. That's our nice bowl of minced meat. And we got some of this. Nice. Because at first I was hilariously confused. Actually, once you described it, it made so much sense. Just tell everybody about the translation mix-up and they'll probably laugh the same way I did. Well, I put it into the description of the video. But I don't know how many people read the description in videos like on TikTok or on Instagram. And just like that, we're cooking good. Looking. What the fuck? I got weak. There we go. Nice pickles. I thought pickles would match well with the chili taste. And I've got to admit, after all of these years, to find out that basically cumin is just a chili taste was surprising. I don't think people who can use TikTok can read. Yeah. Well, TikTok is the platform where most people have watched my videos. Yeah. No, I'm not going to add the brine juice to the stew. No. I'm not even going to add the pickle into the stew. It's just going to be a nice little side dish. You know? I even thought of buying tortillas today, or some, not tortillas, wraps. Or to do wraps. I think it's tortillas. I'm not sure about the right terms. But I really thought the taste is nice to do a wrap. Yeah, tortilla wraps. And I was thinking of making some wraps with the solids from the stew. We had patties recently. We had the rice, which was still good in my opinion. Well, good. It was a 6. It was okay. My problem with the red ones is I'm not as confident to know when they're finished. Now we add the meat, minced meat, back into the pan and mix it with the onions. Yeah, like this. There we go. Yeah, I think it would be nice. And in all honesty, I think that's it. I'm not going to add more today. That's more than enough. Again, a good chunk of solids for the stew. Now I'm going to be pleased enough for an experiment to know how minced meat acts in the stew. Because that's something I'm curious about. Some people say, oh, it's going to be great. And some people were like, oh, that's going to be really bad. Yeah, I'm not going to put it into an extra other bowl today. This we're gonna do just like that. Directly, right? There you go. There, you see? Nice, 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 nice. Whoop. Yep. Nice little shot. There we go. Now I'm going to take a shot of our stew. Put it into the pan. There we go. So, deglaze it. Nice. There we go. Howdy, Presidente. Well, you kind of missed it all. You're right too late. It will be more chili-like. I just cringe at the idea of throwing raw chicken into the stew personally. Well, I did that too. I just threw the raw chicken in there too, and it tasted good, okay? It tasted good. But I'm very fine with trying other stuff too. It's not like I'm saying no. Like having it in the oven preheated, for example, or other stuff. I'm very open to all of these things. El Presidente, you missed the great stories of me eating pickles and having gotten the new fridge today. So, but that's it basically for today, because I don't want to really add more to the stew. It tastes good. I don't want to new fridge hype. Yeah, new fridge hype. That's why I'm also doing only a very small ingredient drop, and I don't have much time because I gotta clean up the kitchen. We took out the old fridge that was broken, and the corner in which it stood before is kind of disgusting. And I want to clean it all up, have it proper, and that's what I'm gonna do now before I'm going to sleep. Yeah, I think it looks cool. I can show you the fridge next time. Okay? Then you can see it. I mean, I can't show you the old one, but the old one was such a just white. And the new one is a metallic, which is, I don't know, who cares. But the old one was old when I got it. I bought it second hand, and it was like old. You know? It was old. Not that I'm against old, but it had already... It just wasn't that nice to look at. Let's say it like that. And then, Presidente, I don't know if you heard it, but we had a cooker issue today. The cooker went out for 5 hours. Yeah, here's all the minced meat. Today we're adding minced meat. I'm really curious to see how it tastes tomorrow. Because that's the only thing we... Yeah. It went out for 5 hours, but we were in the safe zone with the temperatures. I realized it just at the right time. Because the cooker, at some points, it only worked for 99 hours or something. And it seems that the last 2 or 3 days I did not re-click the buttons. No, with 5 hours out, because the insulation worked well, it went down to 51 degrees Celsius. And then I looked it up, and thanks to the live stream, I could see when it stopped. And we had, thanks to this, because the normal thermometer wouldn't have worked, because it turned off. But the other thermometer showed me when we had which temperature. And I could see, okay, we were only 2 hours underneath 60 degrees, which is not even that bad. Can you just unplug it for a few minutes and plug it back in again every few days? Yes, I can, but I don't even need to do that. All I need to do is just turn it off, program it, restart it. Finished. And now it has the new 99-hour cycle. I just didn't do the button presses the last few times during the ingredient drops. So from today on, this will be a daily thing that we do. And I want you guys to remind me if you see that I forget it. Please. Please, 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 please. Still, I was horrified to see no one mentioned it in the video and in the chat. Not safe enough. I've got to train an AI to watch the stream and tell me when something doesn't work properly. I like this kind of. So. No, President, I've not been to the gym because I've done nothing else but work. I will also most likely not be able to go tomorrow. Tomorrow won't be a day either. I want to be honest. But I hope that from the day after tomorrow on, I can go regularly again. And then I'll be Arnold Schwarzenegger cooking here. Hey, 10 degrees is a lot. I don't want a 10-degree difference between you two. That I don't like. 5 degrees is okay, but not 10 degrees. And we're getting close. Okay, that's 6. Yeah, okay, that works. That's nice. New fridge, it takes a lot out of you. Nah, it's just accidental. It's just this week the work cycle started properly again. One of those work cycles. For me, it's I have little work and can relax a lot and just video game and do nothing and be lazy. And then I've got times in which there's all cramped at once. Like I don't have a 40-hour work week. For me, it's more, okay, I've got 2 hours of 2 or 3 weeks of 120 hours. And then I have 2-3 weeks of nothing really to do. Because I just run my business and it's often like I'm negotiating with 3 or 4 clients. And it's like, okay, they can't sign the contract this week, maybe next week, and the other one is talking to, and because I know I will get those contracts, I can't take other clients, because then this client would be angry and I can't do more work. And so I have to time it a bit, who signs up when. And because sometimes it messes up a bit, I have suddenly a while where there's almost nothing to do, and then 2 weeks later, all the work that I planned for the last 2 weeks compounds with the other work. Yeah. Pickles. Funniest shit ever. Yeah, I thought the pickles would just fit perfectly. She loves some good pickles. Pickles are awesome, and pickles are great to this chili, and I still can't believe how good it tastes. I really had trouble thinking of what to add today, because in all honesty, I don't really want to go away from this chili, but I will. I hope that now, like in 1 or 2 days, when this experiment is and this, then I'll be fed up with the chili, and then we'll be talking about what new thing I could try. But we'll see. I for now say I've got to work, I've got to go, I've got to clean up. I apologize very, very, very much. The next ingredient drop, well, tomorrow will be a short one too, most likely. Tomorrow will be a short drop. Yep. I think so, at least, depending on the taste. Maybe I ruined it, but I don't think so. I think tomorrow we'll be trying out something like a thickener, or I might buy some Worcestershire sauce or something like that, you know? Like a few sauces or something like that, or the starch thing, that we try out something like that tomorrow. Again, depending on the taste. Maybe I will have a new epiphany thanks to the minced meat. Maybe the minced meat will ruin everything. Who knows? But the idea with wraps, I really like the wrap idea. Yeah, Worcestershire sauce. Yeah. I don't know how it tastes. That would be an interesting test. And I have to consider what could be a good next ingredient that we're going to try. Like, which is the next cuisine that we want to travel to. But that's for tomorrow. That's all for tomorrow to consider. And with that, I'll be offline now. I'll be in the chat still because I'm working on my computer anyway. But I'll be gone now. I'll be on mute. As usual, everybody who watches and all the people who watch, surprisingly, the YouTube video in the aftermath, I thank you all very, very much. It's really cool that you all watch this, even if you're not live with me. It's even cooler, some of you who are live with me, I thank you as usual that you make this little ritual at the evening so interesting instead of having to cook alone and be bored. I thank you all making this an event for me and something interesting, and I hope you all have just the best life and the best day. And with that, I wish you just the best. Bye bye.